Designer Notes, Subject 11. What subject would you like us to discuss next? Subscribe and comment to let us know. GW-B5600-2 G-Shock Square. There are literally hundreds of variations for the 5600 series of G-Shock watches. It has become a point of contention for G-Shock enthusiasts. Which 5600 should I own? Which is the best? Which has the most features? And so on. The GW-B5600 will try and answer that question once and for all. The case width is 44mm. Case lug tip to lug tip is 50mm. Case thickness is 22mm. There is a slight difference compared to the GW-5600 as the thickness gained a couple of millimeters. Despite the difference in thickness, it does not feel any different and shouldn't be a deal breaker in comparison. With the countless variations available, this one has this chrome blue face that's really pleasing to the eye. On certain angles, the blue frame appears very vibrantly, and at certain views, it just disappears into the black face of the watch. The GW-B5600 is made from the signature resin rubber compound that is both flexible and robust. This material is the stuff of legends. You can subject this watch to all sorts of punishment and abuse, and it will still tell you the time without missing a beat. The caseback is also made of stainless steel like that of the 5600 series. But instead of stamped out steel, this one is milled out. The common drawback of stamped steel is the lack of definition on the details. The GW-B5600 is a definite step up in the quality since milling steel produces much clearer markings and sharper edges. It's not too sharp though, to the point of harming your skin. In fact, it wears rather comfortably. The buckle, however, is not the same buckle to that of the GW-5600. It is slightly narrower, similar to the older 5600 models. So even though it has the same lug width, it does taper a little bit more down to the buckle than the modern GW-5600. The most fragile material would probably be the mineral crystal. It will scratch up with any sharp edge and it will show signs of wear through the years, but it won't shatter like sapphire. This glass will stand the test of time. There will be some glare, but nothing too harsh that you could not see the time. Although the dial displays the typical G-Shock square layout, it's the way it delivers it that truly makes this version a level or two above the Granddaddy 5600. First off, this sports the 3461 module. This module has the tough solar features, so you practically don't need to replace the battery nor place it on a dock to charge. This is a clear advantage over the Apple Watch, for example, which needs to be docked at a daily basis. Versus the GW-5600, which houses the 3229 module, the Multiband 6 adds a layer of accuracy by tapping onto the 6 atomic clocks around the world. Paired with the tough solar technology, you don't have to worry about this watch running out of juice, even with these features turned on. This also powers the low-power Bluetooth function that updates the many different time zones and personal settings that you pre-configured using the G-Shock app in your phone. The watch features the usual complications from the 5600 line, such as the timer, stopwatch, and the day-date complications. There's also the regular snooze alarm and hourly signal. It also has the world timer, which is very handy for traveling. There's an additional refinement that you can notice compared to the basic 5600 modules, the LED backlight. When waking the light, it gradually fades in and out. This is a very neat feature that you can only see on the higher end G-Shock squares. It's a welcome treat, especially to those that were used to seeing the LED light on the other 5600 modules. Amazingly, this G-Shock square wears better than the GW-5600. At first, it was hard to understand what was different. Upon closer examination, the strap has an extra bend that further hugs the curves of your wrist. The watch is lightweight at 53 grams. The dimensions are also sleeve-friendly. Under jackets and sweaters, this watch would slip in easily. The Apple Watch is the top digital watch in the market right now. How will the GW-B5600 compare against Apple's wrist device? The Apple Watch, of course, can infinitely do more with the apps available to it. But for what the GW-B5600 has, it can do efficiently and reliably. We're not saying this Apple Watch Series 2 is not reliable, but when you do need to charge the Apple Watch every day, it does require changing your whole daily routine to keep using the Apple Watch. The GW-B5600 with its tough solar technology, you can just leave it on your wrist and you don't need to worry about it losing charge. The display, of course, is another issue. The GW-5600's display is always on compared to the Apple Watch Series 2. Until the Series 5 that the Apple Watch gained an always-on watch phase. This watch retails at $130. It positions itself nicely in the middle of the G-Shock Square line's price range. This same module is found on the higher-end G-Shock Squares that most won't be willing to pay for and most likely be reserved only for the avid fans. For those who want to have the connectivity with their phone and additional accuracy that's absent with the basic 5600 series, you only need to skip a couple of cups of coffee and you can have this definite upgrade. We should call it the Goldilocks of G-Shock squares. It's not too cheap, it's not too fancy, it's just right. This might just be the perfect G-Shock square.